Hello and welcome to the Hawthorns for our pre-Black Country Derby video. I have two very special guests here with us in the stands today. I have here, looking very smug and like he's in his own natural habitat,
yes.
Pete's Hilltop Baggy Danckert and our Wolves columnist, the esteemed, as always, John Lalley. John Lalley. Pete and Black Country Derby Sunday, glad to be at home first?
Oh, irrelevant. It's just the two. It's just the two fixtures that you look forward to, isn't it? At the most, when the fixture list comes out, these are the two I want. And whatever the state, whatever the position in the leagues, all irrelevant. All goes out the window. These are the two games.
How come you guys are always at home first?
I don't know. It's probably because we always win at home, don't we?
Fair enough. John, you're looking very sheepish over there in the corner. You went a shade of a pale as we walked in the gates here a bit earlier. And what are your views on what's coming up for the Wolves, mate?
Well, this place always brings me out in some sort of ghastly malady, not having won here for 15 years. But Hilltop can do his boasting, but I think that last season we came out winners, didn't we, with 4 points from the two games. So perhaps it's our turn this time.
Well, can I actually interrupt here? Because we sort of have a tradition, don't we, when we come to these scenarios. But it really needs introducing. I mean, John, as nice a man as he is, has to accept that they're playing Premiership football this year because we allowed them to. We let them win that game, and I think it was very gracious of us. I'd like to say, John, that the bottle of champagne that you gave me at the Molyneux last year worked, because I had a word and the lad said, all right, fair enough if he's that desperate. But I did think, seeing as it's 15 years, I think it is, since you've won here last, John, I thought...
Is there an editor about? Is there an editor, please?
As he rattles on. And I want to keep on the drinks theme, but I know that you're not much of an alcohol drinker, so I thought we'd go with Orange Crush. Orange Crush is available in the Albion shop, and it's memories, John.
John
Through
Kay.
the years.
John
Through the
Kay,
years,
yes.
you've got, I think it's Keith Curl scores a wonderful own goal to give us a win. And then there's that blistering goal from Darren Bradley down there. Do you remember that one, John? Oh. Enjoy.
Christmas has come early, hasn't it?
Yeah, could I just say that we're playing Premiership football because we stuffed the life out of West Bromwich Albion at Molyneux last season, and I recognise John Kay on here, and for those of an older vintage such as me will remember on this very ground Dave Wagstaff tearing him to pieces when the Albion was stupid enough to put this bloke at full-back. I remember it very, very well.
Jolly good. You'll probably have to go back that far to remember a win, John.
Well, you and Roberts is a long, long time, I know, but perhaps it's our turn this time.
I don't think so. I have to say, I think that if we're both being truthful, I don't think either of us feel confident in going into this game. For whatever reason, the wheels have come off the Wolves bandwagon. We're still in the service bay at the moment, trying to find something to click. I think we're probably the sensible option is a draw. I can't see it being a goalless draw because both defences are awful. So I think there's going to be goals in it. And I don't know whether a point each would be a bad result. I mean, I'd love to beat them, obviously, but I don't think it's the end of the world if we both come out with a point.
That said, John, if you can come and get an away win on Sunday, is that the result that kick-starts your season into life?
Well, it would do, but after 4 defeats in a row, you've got to accept a draw here. I mean, it's strange, isn't it, that some of our supporters, when we got a draw at Villa Park, were complaining that we'd been too negative. I wonder what kind of a result they think that is now, because to me it seems a great result to have got a draw at Villa Park. And if we could do the same here on Sunday, at least that would get us moving again. We have got to get on the scoreboard again. After 4 defeats in a row, it just can't go on like this.
Fair enough. Pete, among your selection of moans, we've managed to pick out a couple. Obviously, last night, I think a radio phone-in got under your collar, as it was, saying this is...
I don't buy into this incredible amount of pressure that both our managers are supposedly going to be under should one of us be the unfortunate losers at the weekend. We've played 6 games. John's squad has improved, all right, it's only improved fractionally, but it has improved, and you've got more experience. Our squad has improved. I think we've both got 2 really good managers, and I don't buy into this. We're under tremendous pressure after 6 games.
That said, anybody who loses a Black Country Derby can find themselves under some pressure. That much is different.
Well, at least this time, if you lose this game, you've got plenty of time to put it right. Remember, in the last Black Country Derby, there was no time for the Wolves. It was win or bust, and thank God that they won. But this time...
Of course, we let you.
No, we stuffed you. It was completely and utter. That was your fault, not ours. So
Come on then, fight.
We
come here for.
We absolutely screwed the life out of you, as you well know.
Yep.
And I'm hoping Stephen Fletcher can do the same this time. But no, there's plenty of time to put things right. But obviously, you don't like to lose this game because of the bragging rights. But it wouldn't be a great disaster in the scheme of things. I mean, Wolves had the better of it last year, but Albion finishing higher in the table.
Which would you have preferred? An easier season like that, or that Derby wins? I mean,
I want both. I want an easier season and the Derby wins, to be truthful. Well, I'm sure John does as well.
Of course you do, but it's really is a stupid thing to say that if you do the double over the Albion or the double over the Wolves, you'll accept relegation. That's just nonsense.
No.
Okie dokie.
I am, for a change, in full agreement with John over that.
Okay. Yeah. We'll end that on that note then. Before anything else,
could I thank Pete for this? And after that lavatory sign that he gave me last year, which still adorns my bog, I can tell you. This is the difference between Wolverhampton and Sandwell. I give this gentleman a bottle of vintage champagne as a present. He gives me a tatty video and a bog sign.
Has that still got a £5 sticker on there?
Yeah, but
no, I think it was reduced.
But the truth of the matter is, John, I mean, let's be fair about it. You really were trying to buy your victory last time, and we accepted that. As a club, we motion your notion, and thank you very much.
Well, when I saw the Albion supporters coming out in Molineux Street last season, they didn't seem to have accepted anything, I can tell you.
It'll be the first time you've ever had a bottle of champagne for a match, wouldn't it?
Well, it'll be the first time I've had one off the Wolves fan.
That's true.
And the last.
Okie dokie, that's our Black Country Derby rivals. Pete's Hilltop Baggy Dankerts for the Baggies and John Lalley for the Wolves. We'll see you all down here Sunday for the game. It's going to be a great one.